A Sunday school teacher was giving her class the assignment for the next week. Next Sunday, she said, we are going to talk about liars. And in preparation for our lesson, I want all of you to read the 17th chapter of Mark. The following week, at the beginning of the class meeting, the teacher said, now then, all of you who've prepared for the lesson by reading the 17th chapter of Mark, please step to the front of the room. About half of the class rose and came forward. And by the way, there are 16 chapters in Mark. I know you know that. Leonard Sweet, in his Soul Cafe newsletter, noted this list of top 10 liars' lies. Number 10, we'll stay only 5 minutes. Number 9, this will be a short meeting. 8, I'll respect you in the morning. 7, the check's in the mail. 6, I'm from the government and I'm here to help you. 5, this hurts me more than it hurts you. 4, your money will be cheerfully refunded. 3, we service what we sell. 2, your table will be ready in just a minute. Number 1, I'll start exercising, or dieting or forgiving tomorrow. A 2004 study at Temple University School of Medicine found that lying takes more brain energy than telling the truth. And even though lying takes more mental effort than telling the truth, many prefer to live in falsehood. One thing remains certain: believers should always tell the truth. Telling the truth is not only easier, but it makes life easier. Paul stated in Ephesians 4:25, therefore each of you must put off falsehood and speak truthfully to your neighbor, for we are all members of one body. Paul tells the Ephesians to put off your old self and to put on the new self, created to be like God in true righteousness and holiness. Then he gives them a practical thing to do. They are to put off falsehood and tell the truth. Satan, a liar from the beginning, lied to Eve, which resulted in getting both Adam and Eve kicked out of the Garden of Eden. As sin entered the entire human race, lying seemed like a normal way of life as mankind walked in the ways of sin. Then sinful man encountered truth, and the truth set mankind free. We repented of our sins. We made a 180-degree turn from sin to God. And in that moment, we began to live in the true righteousness, putting off falsehood as we begin to speak the truth. Now, the bottom line is this: believers tell the truth. They tell the truth when it's not popular. They tell the truth when it seems easier to tell a lie. They tell the truth in every situation. We live in an age when politicians and unfaithful spouses and corporations and others make it a practice to lie. Researchers have found that the more we lie, the more the brain gets desensitized. And the more we're inclined to dishonesty, the more our lies escalate. One researcher said, think about it like perfume. You buy a new perfume, it smells strongly. A few days later, it smells less. And a month later, you don't smell it at all. Let's not become desensitized to lying. Let's do what Paul says. Ephesians 4:25, therefore, each of you must put off falsehood and speak truthfully to your neighbor, for we're all members of one body. November 20th, 1950, communist troops found Kim Duk-soo hiding with his father in a root cellar. He was not alone. Hundreds of thousands of Christians made up a human wave escaping from the north for the free south. When we heard the soldiers coming, I was sure we would be killed, says Kim. My daddy told me we could not tell a lie to save our lives. Kim's father had pastored the same church for 42 years. He had helped his wife hide their children by covering them with rice bags and dirt. But after 2 days of hiding, Kim uncovered himself. And just then, communist troops approached the house, and Kim and his father ran to the backyard and hid in the root cellar. The soldiers found Kim and his father and took them off to a makeshift prison. They were to be executed the next morning. And that evening, a captain approached Kim and asked this question, "Are you a Christian?" For a fleeting moment, lie for a lie seemed the only logical way to go, but the young boy remembered his father's instructions about telling the truth. "I am a Christian," Kim said. The captain drew closer and whispered, "I'm a Christian too. I used to be a Sunday school teacher before the war. You must escape tonight. I will help you." Kim fled that night, having to leave his father under heavy guard, awaiting his eventual death. Could you tell the truth in such a situation? Good question. Paul states, Ephesians 4:25, "Therefore each of you must put off falsehood and speak truthfully to your neighbor, for we're all members of one body." Let's tell the truth.